In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, my dear friends and fellows, human being pays quite a lot of importance to its relationships. Everybody remains desirous of better and more better, meaningful relationship. We want our relationship to be more and more satisfying. We want our relationship to become better and better in quality so that it the more and satisfaction, happiness, contentment could be derived out of it. So if at all there is a person who remains unsuccessful, if there is a person who remains unsuccessful in making the relationships with the other people, this actually means that this person will be feeling quite a lot of loneliness, and the loneliness is a painful emotion. And you see that some of the people, they do feel lonely despite the fact that they are having relationship with the people. Apparently they are having the relationship with the people, but their relationship is not a meaningful at all. So here in our, I have got a very beautiful article in that context today, and the article's writer is Dave Smallen, who has got a PhD, the doctorate degree, in the related matters in the field of psychology, and he's a great researcher and author. The caption of the article is the caption of the article is six conversation habits. ठीक है जी, six conversation habits for more meaningful relationship. We want to have meaningful relationships. I do have mean we can say, some of us can say, I do have the relationships, but my relationships are not a meaningful relationships at all. My relationships are not the meaningful relationship at all. So I need to develop certain and some meaningful relationships, dear friends. Okay. So, six conversation habits. Let's talk about each of the conversation habit. Let's talk about each of the conversation habit. First of all, Dave Summerlin says, listen with full attention. When somebody is talking, we need to listen to them with a full attention. When the person is talking, we must listen to them with full attention. Okay, that's number one. Number two, listen to understand their perspective. Listen to understand their perspective. That's important. Listen to understand their perspective. Dear friends, we do need to understand their perspective. If at all we don't do that, I think that we are going to suffer. And listen to understand their perspective. If mean whatever they wanted to communicate, what is the meaning of that? What is the genuine beyond the words? Not just the words, not just the word, but what is the purpose of what is the purpose of sharing this experience? We should try to understand, and whatever they wanted to communicate, it actually, whatever they wanted to communicate, the kind of genuine meanings they concealed in that particular conversation, in that particular talk. Number three. Number three, Dave Samiran says, validate their experience and emotions. Validate. We have to validate that. Whatever their experience is, whatever their feelings are, whatever their emotions are, we need to validate that. That demand the person on the other side, the person who is sharing all that, they do need the validation, and that is the purpose of sharing it with us. And I don't mean that they are always right. I don't mean that they are always right, but at least apparently, momentarily, we need to validate their experience and emotions. We need to validate that, and that is number three. The conversation habit number three. Now, the conversation habit number four is share about your own share about your own experience. So we do have to share a similar sort of or a very relevant experience of ours. That's also, this is the right place. That was the habit number 4. And habit number 5, conversation habit number 5 is conversation habit number 5 is highlight common ground. Highlight common ground. Whatever is the common ground should be highlighted between their experience, between our experience, between his or her experience, between your or mine experience. We need to find the common ground, commonalities, and we can also share the we can also highlight the commonality otherwise between the two of us, between the two of you. Number 6, the conversation habit number 6, express emotions, gratitude and celebrations. The relevant whatever sort of emotion, feelings are should be expressed, so we should express. So these are the 6 conversation habits. Let's have a quick revision of all that. You know, Dave Smallen, 6 conversation habits for more meaningful connections. The conversation habit number 1, listen with full attention. Conversation habit number 2, listen to understand their perspective. Conversation habit number 3, validate their experience and emotion. Conversation habit number 4, share about your own experience. Conversation habit number 5, highlight common ground. Conversation number 6, express affection, gratitude and celebrations. Thank you.